Because first we got to go to this lovely revivalist tent meeting.
Oh, we sure do.
Led by none other than Napoleon fucking Dynamite himself.
Absolutely.
Calling it a tent is very generous.
That's true.
It is a youth group meeting in a black void.
Yeah, it is. It's so poorly, dimly lit.
And you can see the camera has pulled out and they're like actually in a brick basement.
Right.
That just has a black void
This
set
is
up in the corner.
probably an actual church basement.
Oh, totally.
And
It's
it is
like the
later
church of the
referred
director, I'm
to
sure.
by one of the other women that Patty is friends with as Teen Town.
Like Toontown.
So they're in Teen Town, and some ginger is reading from the Bible, like
Excuse
AJ
me,
said, Napoleon
bell-bottom
Dynamite.
sex machine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
Surrounded by hot Christian babes.
And he's just going on, just giving the world's most boring monologue.
These are classic Jesus people.
Yep.
They look very out of place in Iowa, to be honest.
Right.
They look like they're really trying to be San Diegan Jesus people.
Yep.
And he is so fucking boring.
Oh, he's so boring.
Yeah, I have been to Teen Town.
Have you really, AJ? Have you been to Teen Town?
Well, I had a lot of friends growing up who were not Catholic, who were, they referred to themselves as Christians. They didn't have a specific like Protestant or anything like that.
Right.
The Jesus movement is still alive and well in California.
Good to know.
I'd love to
Yeah.
hear
But
it.
I've been to a youth group meeting, and they tried to sort of convert me with their rock and roll, and I sort of nodded my head and went, no, thank you.
I mean, because the stuff that I grew up with was never anything like this. This is pretty like...
Yeah, I've never been to a youth group meeting that was like led by the teens.
So you never had someone like spin their chair around and say, well, who else was a radical?
No, my youth, so I had like 4 youth pastors, one of whom was my dad at one point.
Oh, wow.
The first one moved away to get a better job. The second one who was brought in was a very new Christian, and that ended up going to very interesting places. The dude went like completely fundamentalist, got hooked up with like these like guys who live in the woods in New Mexico and southern Alaska.
What?
And was just like constantly telling all of the kids that they were going to hell every week because they swore at school.
Cool.
So then he was gone. And then the guy who came in after that, we just called him Mr. Mackey because he would always say, okay. After everything that he said.
It was like an authentic
Every time he hoped a
vocal
point landed, he would say, okay.
Awesome. So it's a little different from the vibe here, and I really just want to paint a picture with words for people who haven't seen the film. You know, it is this guy,
Black Void.
just like, and it's this guy, and he's standing there, and he's wearing like bell bottoms and sort of like just this shirt that's wild. It's like vertical stripes. It's so good. It's the most 70s thing, and he's just so boring. And talking about how, Jesus is coming back and you got to be ready, but it's largely monotone. And there's this kind of uncanny feeling to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like
It's
just doesn't...
really strange. And it cuts to people reacting still in the void.
Yeah, it's a little bit Twin Peaks, honestly. Like just how weirdly detached it is. And then there is a guy sitting there with a pink drum kit. And he's got
Swirly
2 mallets.
pink drums.
Mallets.
2 mallets. And I was really, really hoping that after the guy got done with his sermon, he would do the drum break from In the Air Tonight and go.
But no, he starts by hitting the mallet to the cymbal.
There's a thief who's coming in the middle of the night. It's Christ.
So many possible worlds, but we got this one. So many possible worlds, but we got this one.
All right, folks, that's it for our preview of our premium episode discussing the 1970s Christian horror movie, A Thief in the Night. If you want to watch the movie, you can watch it for free on YouTube and be miserable like the rest of us. If you want to hear the rest of this episode, come to our Patreon and subscribe. You can join the ranks of Aeneas Hemphill, Ari Rodriguez, Ben Ferber, Benjamin R. Alford, Bill Corby, Dave Scholar, Davis Van de Steeg, Dominic Russo, JV, Nate Netzley, Nell Johnson, Octavia Immersive, Olivia Hernandez, Tony Diddy, Trevor Strunk, and with a special thank you to Ashley Stoneman, Hannah White, Nikola Donov, Sam Borman, and Timmy Sexton. You can listen to this full episode and all of our other full episodes that we have produced and will produce in the future, and you will know that your money is going towards keeping this going and letting more things happen because of it. All right, we'll see you next time.